Contribute to Society, Government and You by Jessica Sauter. Today is October 29th, 2018. My name is Jessica Sauter. I am a student in the Bachelor of Arts program with College for America at Southern New Hampshire University. And I am conducting an interview as part of my academic work. With your consent, I will record this interview and use this information in a street interview I am working on for a Contribute to Society project. The interview will be used to create a street interview video and submitted to the College for America so that my project can be evaluated. This recording will be used solely for this purpose. The interview information will be temporarily stored in the College for America online evaluation system, in which only the evaluators and College for American staff will access. Do you have any questions?
No.
Do you give your consent to be interviewed and recorded?
Yes.
Can you please read this statement?
I, Dallas Sauter, give my informed consent to participate in this interview to be recorded and used as part of the student's academic work.
Thank you. Today is October 29th, 2018. My name is Jessica Sauter, and I am a student in the Bachelor of Arts program with College for America at Southern New Hampshire University. I am conducting this interview as part of my academic work. With your consent, I will record this interview and use this information in a street interview. I am working on this for a Contribute to Society project. The interview will be used to create a street interview and be submitted to the College for America so that my project can be evaluated. This recording will be used solemnly for that purpose. The interviewed information will be temporarily stored in the College for America online evaluation system, to which only the evaluator and the College for America staff will have access. Do you have any questions about this?
No.
Do you consent to be interviewed and recorded?
Yes.
Can you please read this statement?
I, Tracy Bushke, give my informed consent to participate in this interview to be recorded and used as a part of the student's academic work.
Thank you. All right, so what are the three branches of the government?
The three branches of the government, to my information, are the legislative, the executive, and the judicial branches.
Awesome, thanks. That was great. You got all three right. My visual aid right here represents the three branches of government. And now that you guys have seen it, I'm going to go over it a little bit. So the three branches, you got the executive, the judicial, and the legislative. So the executive is basically the president. Altogether is a president, and he actually puts laws into bills. The legislative is the Senate and the House of Representatives, and that's where they actually make the bills. The judicial is actually the Supreme Court, and people who want to work there, they actually have to be elected for these positions. All right, so what are the three branches of the government?
The three branches of the government, to my information, are the legislative, the executive, and the judicial branches.
Awesome, thanks. So that is really good. You touched really good base on all three of those. So I kind of want to just touch base on the government. So our government is connected by the three branches that we went over. Every single part is connected to each other in a way. Each of these branches have the power to check or balance each other with their own actions or not. There are two forms of power. There is express and implied. Express power is granted in the U.S. Constitution, and implied power is expressed from the branches' roles themselves. All right, Democrats and Republicans are the major parties. Can you name a third party?
Libertarian.
Thank you. Awesome, that was really good on naming one of the smaller parties. So now I kind of want to touch base on the two-party system. The two-party system is dominated by the Democratic and Republican Party. Both these parties have won every single election since 1852. and have controlled the Congress since 1856. The first parties in the U.S. were the Federalist Party and the Democratic Republican Party. And then in 1829, the two parties split, and that's what gives you now the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. So now I kind of wanted to let you guys know how the third parties impact the parties together. So the third party candidates positions themselves to influence the election on certain issues and often take votes from the two major parties, which are the Democratic and Republican parties. The third party helps the most when the Democratic and Republican Party is neck and neck. The third party kind of pushes them over on their votes and their polls to help break a tie or to give another party an upper hand. So that's where the third party definitely comes in and helps out. All right. What is the basic process by which a bill becomes a law?
So you have to send the bill to the House of Representatives, and then it goes to the Senate.
Awesome. Thank you. So that was really good, but I'm going to take this opportunity to go further into detail. So there are 10 steps on how a bill can become a law. So the first step is a bill is drafted. Members of Congress, the executive branch, and even outside groups can draft or write up the bill. The second step is introducing it in the House. Representatives introduce the bill in the House. Only members, though, can introduce the bill. The third step is it's sent to the committee. Speakers of the House send this bill to the committee. The fourth step is the committee action. Most bills die here. The committee may pig on hold, table, amend, or vote on the bill. If the bill poses, it goes to the rule committee. And then the fifth step is the rule committee. It decides the rule for debate and when the bill will come up for debate. The sixth step is floor action. House debates the bill and may add amendments. If a majority votes in favor of the bill, it goes to the Senate, which is the seventh step, introducing it in the Senate. The Senate introduces a bill, which is sent then to another committee. And then the eighth step is the committee action. Some procedures, as in the House, it processes it. If the committee's majority votes for the bill, it goes to the whole Senate after that. And then the ninth step is where the bill is cleaned up. Majorities on the floor leaders decide when the whole Senate will consider the bill or not. And then on the 10th step, it's considered floor action. The bill is debated and amended. Amendments may be added. If the majority votes in favor of the bill, it is returned then to the House. So those are 10 steps, but the conference committee, if the House rejects any of these changes, the bill goes to the conference committee and the members from both House works out the all the little issues and details after that. And then the very, very last, after everything else, it goes down all these other steps and stuff, and there has to be people out there to be in favor of it or against it, and all these steps. And then the very, very last thing is a vote. A vote on compromise. Both houses must approve changes that have been made from the committee. If it approved, the bill goes to the president, and the president is the big honcho, and he makes all the final rules. And if he approves it, then it gets signed off, and that is how a bill is made.